Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing another video on Apex once again. Today's video we're going to be going over the Hunted season update and reviewing it. So today, obviously, Hunted started on August 9th, 2022 and ended on November 1st, 2022. This update added into the game Vantage and also a Kings Canyon map update, which I will be getting to as well. Because even though the map update was very well received, because essentially Skulltown got brought back, the problem is that it was practically the only real location that was actually added to the map. Once again, just like previous updates in Season 12 with the two areas that got added in that map update, and Season 13 with Stone Point and the one location that got added in that update. It basically was following a cycle where whatever map update happens is going to be one area that gets updated. And that's quite annoying, especially when, like, the actual area that got updated was basically an area that was there prior, before Season 5. And the worst part is, as well, is that no one really goes there as well. So, like, we have kind of some point there, but no one really goes there. And the worst part as well is we don't even have Thunderdome as well, and a lot of people like Thunderdome. So it just isn't how it used to be. And if that's the entire map update for a season, it's a pretty weak map update for something that could have been great. But now we also have a theme of hunting and wilderness for the battle pass. We have the reactive weapon of the triple take as well. So in this update as well, we got laser sights, which replace barrel stabilizers on SMGs and pistols. Now, the thing that I think was really good in this update was the level cap being increased. Because before, in Season 3, the level cap was increased to level 500. But then in this update, it was increased to level 2000, which is a significant increase overall. Now, if you ask me, I think they should have done it a little bit differently, especially how they were kind of going in the direction in the seasons coming up to this one, and trying to promote like individual legends and how you do with each individual legend. I thought would have been pretty good to basically have like a level system for each character. I know we kind of have that now with the new like battle pass for every single character type of thing, so you can kind of like monitor how good you're doing with each character, but it doesn't really give you like long-term progression for the character. Whereas if we were to have like say like 500 levels for each character, that would allow for so much progression for each character. Kind of too much progression, because obviously like a new character gets released however long. Obviously right now there's a massive delay with characters getting released, but let's say like a character every other season, that's like 500 levels added to the game every 6 months, which is incredible. And when I say that as well is because the actual levels that got added all had themes around the actual characters that are in the game. So like, I believe it was the first prestige was like the bluey color. So it was like Wraith, essentially. Like that's the kind of theme that they went with, was Wraith. Then the next one was like Gibraltar, and the one after was like Lifeline. So I think this was Lifeline and then it was Gibraltar. I think it might be that. But oh shit, what happened there? Okay, there we go. So yeah, obviously they kind of had that idea there, but they didn't really do that well with it. But either way, level cap increase, great. I think they should still do that type of level cap adjustment in the future. Perhaps also have like an overall level as well on your account, similar to how we have an overall level on our weapon mastery. Have an overall account level as well. So we got a fall hunt sale, a weapon recolor store, the Beast of Prey event, the monthly store for the September and October, and the Fight or Fright event as well. So we're going to watch the first trailer and then we'll give my thoughts. Here they are. So there's only 4 trailers right now. What are we actually missing right here? So I don't think we got a gameplay trailer. Did not get a gameplay trailer? I'll have to have a look on YouTube to see if we're missing one. But it seems right here that we don't have a gameplay trailer. Let's watch the first one.
To be born here is a gift, wild one. Here, we are free. I never wondered what lay beyond the stars. Everything I needed was here. When the ship crashed, I was curious, as you are. And it nearly killed me. That ship is what you saw. I searched it and found nothing. Nobody. An empty cargo ship driven by computers.
A cargo ship with no cargo.
Never mind the outside world. Our world is dangerous enough for you, my wild one.
What does GDS stand for?
What's the only truth?
Everything wants to kill me.
And what's the only rule?
Survive.
Survive, Mara. Survive. Never mind the outside world. I searched it and found nothing. Nobody. An empty cargo ship driven by computers.
Hey there, little guy. I won't hurt you.
Prisoner T-0323, 𝗦𝘂𝗯𝘀𝗰𝗿, sentenced to life aboard the Gaian detention ship,
Gaia?
Vantage.
No. My mom was born here. She told me so.
Prisoner T-0323, return to your cell.
Mara. You're going to die, my wild one. I can't save you. Not on my own.
Distress signal received. Authorities are inbound.
What's the only rule? Survive.
Alright, so overall, the trailer was pretty good, honestly. The one thing I thought was always really weird when I was watching this trailer was that, like, she basically just killed the bat's parent. Like, cold blood, sniped the fucking parent, and then the kid, the fucking, like, kid fucking bat is now just latched onto her, like, okay. And then also, like, Vantage's abilities just never make sense. Anyway, so we're gonna go on to the next one, which is actually the, it's the launch trailer not here. Yeah, the launch trailer's not here. I'll go get the launch trailer right now.
Day, I'll get you out of this. I promise.
Attention, the champion has been eliminated.
There's something wrong with my gun.
What's she doing here?
You shouldn't be here.
What?
I'm never leaving this prison. You need to go home. Forget about me. It's the only way you'll be safe.
Warning, ring closing.
We'll head to the bunker. Resupply.
We should get to high ground. That's what my mom always says.
What is the syndicate thinking, eh? Letting a pup join the games.
I'm a human person.
You should stay here. It's safer.
We're not leaving her. We're a team. We look out for each other.
Sure. It's our funeral.
Is it true? Did you do the things they said?
Of course not. But all that matters here is what people believe.
It's my fault you're in here, isn't it? If only I'd listened.
We all make our own choices. I'm here because of mine.
I'll get you out.
Right.
I can handle them.
You are my everything, child. If you end up here, it would destroy me. Guards, we're done here.
No! I won't leave you! I'll get you out of this.
Not bad shooting, kiddo.
I was supposed to look after you, not the other way around.
We're a team. We look after each other.
We have a winner.
I did this for my mom, 𝗦𝘂𝗂𝗁𝗏. She's been wrongfully...
Good start, my wild one.
Alright. Okay, I don't know why that trailer isn't like listed on the website, but you know, this is something that I had to do there. But yeah, something that I really noted from the trailer, that I think is very, I guess, credible, is that, like, when I first watched that before Vantage actually released, I obviously knew that, like, Vantage was going to be a recon character. Like, I think that was, like, leaked at the time. I don't know whether her abilities were exactly, or if, like, we didn't really know exactly. But then again, we never really truly know what the abilities are until the character is, you know, showing off. But what I thought her passive would be, like, you know, as we see in the trailer, we got a little highlights around enemies, you know, which is what we got for Vantage, of course, for the passive. But that only really tells you, like, the character's name, which is very obvious information, as well as their shield level and the team shield level. So you're really only getting, like, a little bit of information, which obviously I've made concepts in the past, you know, saying that, like, we should really get things like what weapon they're holding and what the other weapon is and things like that. And just little things like that, just that will have a little bit more information. But I really thought right away, you know, thinking like, you know, this is a recon character. I thought when you were aiming down sights and you spotted someone with your spotter lens, I thought that would actually highlight to your team as well. So, like, imagine, like, you know, imagine being a teammate and then randomly around the map you would see little blue squares popping up. Obviously, that would be what the Vantage is actually looking at. I thought that's what Vantage's purpose would have been, but no, it's a very selfish ability, the passive, and it only actually gives you that highlight. Until you actually hit someone, then it actually highlights them, but I don't really feel like that's very useful, that highlight. I actually would rather... I would rather have both, really. I would like it if the person was highlighted so you know their exact position when you shoot them, but I would also like it so they had a little mark around them when you aim down sights on them. Just so your teammates can get a little bit closer range to then try and kill the person, and they know exactly where they are. And at least that gives Vantage a little bit more of a use for the recon category, because she's basically a skirmisher legend pretty much, because her best ability is the bat, to get the high ground. Of course, you have a sniper rifle, which I would consider more of an assault ability than anything else. But if you combine them all and the extra abilities that they have, of course she is a recon character, but I think it's just needs a little bit more in the actual recon area, more tied to the passive. I do think just allowing that information to be shared very, very easily, so it actually does scan people at range as well. Because I think she does have a unique area in the game, being the sniper rifle character. But I just think she doesn't really offer much for the team. And if she does try to offer something, she doesn't do it well enough. So I do think Vantage needs to get a big buff. We've had buffs for Newcastle and Maggie and, you know, Ballistic recently, and I think Vantage is the one character now left that just hasn't received that big buff that she needs. And I think honestly, if the developers want to tie it to the class, then I think the best way to go forward is to basically just have the the scan, the highlight around the characters be shared to the team. I think that's the best way to go about it. Anyway, we're going to go with the next trailer right now.
In the ring, you are always both hunter and hunted.
Awareness is everything. The only difference between predator and prey is who sees who first.
Do not underestimate this young woman from the wilds of Pagos.
Didn't need binoculars to see that coming.
Are you fit to rule King's Canyon? Or will you be forced to kneel?
𝗙𝗲𝘁𝘂𝗿𝗲. We do this for science.
I'm ready.
We're up. Brilliant. Incredible.
Miraculous thing.
Looking for me? Here I am. I've seen this all before.
There's only one rule. Survive.
All right. So yeah, is there really much to add on that? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could also talk about like just the map update. Of course, again, like the map update just was a bit lackluster, as you can tell. Like in the trailer, like there's loads of people there, but like in actual games, like no one really lands there. There might be like a team or two off drop, and then in the middle of the game, just kind of like no one really goes there. So it's a little bit shit because obviously we used to enjoy Skull Town, and they've tried to bring it back, but it's just not the same. So it's like they've basically wasted essentially 2 map updates trying to repair it. The map back to what it was before. Obviously, we had Season 5, the map update, where it took Skull Town and Thunderdome out the map. And then they've tried Season 8 by adding the crashed ship and spotted lakes to add new points of interest, to basically try and add space to the map. And then now they've tried to add more space to the map with the new Skull Town Salvage, and it's just not the same, unfortunately. So it's it's a bit annoying. I believe it's called Relic now, actually, isn't it? So yeah, it's just a bit annoying because like the map updates, like I see what they're trying to do because obviously they made a mistake in Season 5, but I just think they went around it pretty poorly. Good thing is though, the map update for World's Edge, a similar kind of vein there with Season 4, which everyone was pretty pissed off about, which me too, I was pretty pissed off with the World's Edge map update in Season 4. I believe they did a pretty good job in Season 17 when we get to that one. So I'll get to that when we get that. But yeah, so as for Season 14 so far, it's a pretty mediocre season, kind of like the previous 2 as well. And it's like, you can kind of see like where the trend for this game kind of started going downwards. But anyway, let's watch the Legend trailer now.
Xiomara Contreras is no ordinary teenager.
If you're not hunting, you're being hunted.
I raised her in the frozen wilds of Pagos, where there is but one truth. Everything wants to kill you. Mara may be young, but she has been preparing for this moment her entire life.
Surviving's not for everyone.
She joins the Apex Games to right a terrible wrong, and anyone who stands in her way soon won't be standing at all.
Survival often comes down to luck. In your case, it came down to skill.
A true hunter, she will get the lay of the land before engaging.
Take a gander at this.
Vantage knows not to reveal her position until her prey has no chance at escaping.
Nice kill.
Danger lies around every corner in the Apex Games.
Let's go, Echo.
Vantage can use Echo to relocate to a more strategic position. I'd tell you to be on your guard, but it won't matter. If Vantage has you in her crosshairs, you'll never see her coming.
That one's for my mom.
Whatever threats these games hold, she will be ready. Time to show them what I taught you, my wild ones.
So if you see on that trailer right there, if you see the trailer right there when Sia used his tactical, I initially thought that was the scan. Where like, if you hit one person, it would highlight people in a radius around that person. That would be crazy as like a perk for Vantage, by the way. Like if you hit someone and then like a 10-meter radius around that person as well, it also scans them as well. That would be crazy. Because then you can really deter people from like camping or like traveling in packs in the open, which is definitely a better like positive thing to do as a team. But you can deter them from like kind of staying together. But like yeah, like that would be really cool. But obviously it was just Cia used his ability. But once again, why does the bat like act as like a jump? Like same thing as like Ash with the sword. for an element. Why is that like a teleporter? Same thing with the bat. Why send your bat out somewhere and then jump to it? Like, why can you just like jump normally? Like, what is the bat's purpose? You know what I mean? Like, is the bat like, okay, yeah, it's fine to jump over here, and then you jump over? Because then, if you think about it logically in terms of the game, if you want to get somewhere really fucking quick, why send your bat out to make sure it's fine? No, you're gonna go there, you know? So, like, for me personally, either like just get rid of the bat. Obviously, that's not a good thing because that's part of a law. I think the bat should actually do something. So when you actually send it out, it should like scan the area or something briefly before you jump to it. That's what I think. Just something like that. It's like a little like a mini seer dome or something like that. So like you send the bat out, it scans the area around it, and then you jump to it. That could be part of a perk potentially as well. Like of course, like all this stuff can be part of perks, but just little things that make Vantage a little bit more of a recon. Like the passive, I would say, absolutely needs to be improved. Where you share that information when you're highlighting someone, and I think 100%. Like the absolutely needs to be an improvement to the tactical and to make it a little bit more recon based. So if they could do that, that'd be great. And it'll be actually quite interesting as well because you could have a separate use for Vantage as well, where you can like put Vantage like outside a building or something, and just like a crypto drone, it would scan anyone that comes nearby. But obviously, it'll be a very short range, though. It'll be like probably like the size of a mini building, for like 10 meters, like a small house, not like Crypto's drone where it does a very large area. So yeah, I would like to hear what you guys think about that because I think that would be a nice little reworked advantage, where she basically just like scans the bat just scans one time before you launch to it. It would be pretty cool to do that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Let's watch the Battle Pass trailer now. Oh shit.
Getting a fresh angle. If you're not hunting, you're being hunted.
Face off against the Outland's most dangerous adversaries as you work to survive with the all-new Hunted Battle Pass.
I don't fear anything. Can you say the same?
Adapt or die. That's nature for you.
Danger can come from anywhere, so gear up with an array of survival-themed cosmetics.
Some animals crawl off to die alone. But what a pity it would be to not witness this.
Stay out of sight as you track down the competition with veteran Voyager Wraith. And ensnare your prey with the Lucky Draw Wingman.
See you in the next dimension.
Lure in your enemies as Field Research Caustic.
My intelligence should not be underestimated.
And add another trophy to the wall, claiming your prize with the Fortune Hunter Reactive Triple Take.
Winning is the only way to stay free.
Stay on top of the food chain, and you'll unlock a pack of trackers. And other wild cosmetics along the way.
Eyes open! Even in the wind!
Discover the will to survive with the Hunted Battle Pass.
I've been shooting since I was a baby. I was a very dangerous baby.
Alright, so if we look at this season like holistically, we really don't have much to go from. At least with other seasons, we kind of had a legend, a weapon, a good map update. This one, I think, is absolutely once again in line with the two previous seasons, with Season 12 and Season 13. It just kind of is like a meh season where like nothing really much happened. I also think that Vantage was pretty weak again, once again. Same with Maggie and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Pretty weak characters that don't really provide much. And even for a movement character, I believe Vantage got down to one of the least picked positions, least picked characters in the game, which is mad because she's a movement character. Well, largely movement character, has some recon potential, but hopefully the developers can use this video, because I would say out of all the characters in the game right now, Vantage needs some love, because I think everyone else has really had that. I don't think Vantage has had it yet, but I really do think, just to summarise, the passive needs to be conveyed to other teammates. When you're just looking around and you see the little highlights, that should be conveyed to other teammates on their screens. The tactical, I think when you send it out for the first time, it should just scan one time when it stops, and that when it stops, then obviously that scan 10 meters or so, like radius, just scans around the area. So at least the bat actually has a purpose, you know, like, because otherwise you can just jump to wherever you want. It would make more sense in the actual gameplay side of things, because it's just a bit weird, you know, to just randomly have to send your bat out there before you jump. And I would also potentially make it so when you snipe someone and it has the target over, have a perk attached, so it does like a radius around that person that you snipe, to also highlight other enemies in that area as well, to highlight them as well. But overall, I think Vantage is a pretty alright character, like, now. But definitely off drop, like, I felt like when she first got released, like, no one really cared. Like, it's just, and people thought that she was cool, but like, no one really was like, wow, I need to play this character. So that's obviously a downside, is that like the season wasn't great off drop because the character wasn't great off drop. The map update was like, oh wow, and then it kind of like became like old after a week, you know. So yeah, it's just kind of like a lot of the other seasons where it's just like you get a little bit of a taste of what a season's like for a week, and then it just fades away very quickly. So yeah, I would say this season is probably about the same as the other ones, a 7 out of 10. So just the same as season 13 and season 12. So yeah, hopefully next season, where we get a new map, is a little bit better. So I'll have to go into that when we get it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.